Great. So we're going to talk about the arguments array-like object a little bit more. But first, let's run this code, see what happens. Who wants to go first? Someone probably wants to go first because there's a crazy line here. So whoever goes first doesn't have to do that line, for sure. No takers? You guys all want to do line 2? All right. Let's see. Jenny, can you choose someone to go?
Let's say 2 people directly behind me. Is there? Nope. Okay, directly behind me. Sorry.
So am I starting it off?
Yep.
Or doing line 2? All right,
It's a
so-
gift, really, because it's the easiest one. What's the very first thing that happens in this code block?
So we declare a const variable and give it a function.
Yep. So we're creating this definition somewhere in memory. Great. Which way you want to go, left or right? Who do you like better?
Ooh.
Just kidding.
I'm going to go with my guy, Ben, over there.
Oh, we're going to skip. Okay.
He's in my fantasy football team league, and I lost to him last time, so yeah.
And just so you know, it's going to go this way now. So be prepared. Did you see that, Dan? It's going to go this way.
So we just jumped over the declaration, is that right?
Yep, so we jumped over the function body, and now we're...
Now we are currently calling the construct our
Yep.
function with the passing it the arguments was it in.
That sounds really bad, actually. Oh, man. Okay. Dan?
So the question is, what is running next?
Yeah, what happens next?
The function body is going to get run.
Yep. So we'll jump into the function body. And then what happens?
New variable is declared.
Yep.
Array or ARR.
Yep. We declare a variable r and we assign it to something crazy. Ryan, do you want to take a stab at what's happening?
So you assign it to the arguments that were called was it in. But prototype slice, I mean, you're going to create a slice of an array somehow, but I'm not really sure what mechanically happens at that point.
Yeah, a little bit crazy. What this does is it will take an array-like object and turn it into an array. So basically what it's doing is it's referencing the slice method that comes with arrays and passing it that, it's passing it the argument pseudo-array as the context. And as a result of that, it gets, it turns an object like, an array-like object into an array. Does that make sense? You don't have to understand what this stuff is doing. Just know that this craziness is going to turn this arguments object into an array. Yeah? Cool. And then...
Is this the canonical way of doing that? Of taking that
Pretty much.
pseudo arguments array?
Yeah, has anyone done it a different way? Yeah, this is the way I've always done it. Okay, so array is now an array that looks like what? Let's just, oh man, really? It's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, so what does ARR look like at this point, Jenny? I'm going to write it out for us.
What does it look like at this point?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say right now.
Sure. So do you remember what happened here in this craziness?
Yeah. Yep. So it took the string-looking array and turned it into an array.
Yeah. And so what does that array look like?
So it's got the brackets,
Mm-hmm.
and then the was it in
Yep.
separate pieces of the array.
Yep. Exactly. Cool. And then, Josh, what happens next?
Push the billiards room onto that array,
Yeah.
so it ends up on the end.
What's that?
It ends up on the end.
Yeah, so now we have an array that looks like this. The billiards room. And then, Altamir, what are we going to return?
So you're doing some sort of manipulation with the join in that array.
Mm-hmm. So the join method is a native array method that's going to take all of the indices and join it with whatever character you give here. So I just put a space. So it's going to join it with the space. So it'll say, was it in the billiards room? So that's what we just did. How do we feel about that? Make sense? Any questions about anything in there?
Is it returning a string?
Yep.